Hi, I'm Colin Fassnidge from the Four in Hand in Sydney. I'm at the Matilda Bay Brewery in Port Melbourne. Today I'm cooking smoked salmon, miso mayonnaise, lemon curd, and I'll be washing that down with an ice cold Matilda Bay Red Back wheat beer. So stage one of my salmon dish, I'm going to pickle some cauliflower and some cucumber. This is a very easy pickling liquor and it will last the whole year. Always when you roast spices, a hot pan, no oil. So I've got a cinnamon stick, star anise, pinch of coriander seeds and fennel seeds. Warm your pan till you start to smell your actual spices, so the oils from the spices are coming out and that's giving you the flavours and the smells, but don't burn it because it can get quite bitter. Once you start to smell that beautiful aroma, straight into your pan of water. To this I'm going to add a bay leaf. So it's like making a cup of tea, you're infusing that liquid with those beautiful spices. As the name says, pickling liquor, so you're going to add some vinegar. You can add red wine vinegar, white wine vinegar. It's a personal preference. Obviously if you add red wine vinegar, it's going to colour your vegetables. Then you're going to add some sugar just to balance it out, otherwise the vinegar will be too harsh. So what you're going to do now is just bring that to the boil and all those flavours are going to marry. To this, I'm going to add some cauliflower, break it into florets. So basically you've got your vegetables in your pickling liquor, you're just going to bring it to the boil. You don't want to cook it too long because you still want a bit of texture in those vegetables. And then what you do is you put it in the fridge and allow it to cool. So the next stage of the dish is the lemon curd. This is homemade lemon curd, but it's not the sweet lemon curd you find in a shop. It's the savoury lemon curd. It's basically lemons placed in a pot of cold water, simmered for 2 hours till it's really soft, falling apart. Put in a blender, splash of water, lemon juice and sugar and blended, and this is what you come out with. So it's basically just a whole lemon blended. So the next stage is the miso mayonnaise. So we've got some mayonnaise, shop bought, you can make your own if you want. This is miso paste, it's a dark miso paste. So this adds an earthiness to the dish and goes beautiful with the smokiness of the salmon. The only thing to remember is don't use too much because it's quite salty. You add your miso to your mayonnaise. It will take some lemon juice because it needs that lift. And that's your simple miso mayonnaise. So now onto our salmon. This is a beautiful smoked salmon. So as you know, it's already cooked. So we're basically going to sear it, which is warming the dish through and giving it a nice crust. So when cutting the salmon, I like my salmon quite thick. So about a finger is perfect for this dish. Hot pan, no oil. You just rub a little bit of oil on your salmon. And you're going to place that in the pan. You want to hear that sound. So as you're cooking your salmon, what you will see is you get a white line halfway up your fish, and that's what you want, so just half cooked. So you're going to get a beautiful crisp finish and golden colour. So you're getting there, you need a little bit more. As you can see, all the sugar in the salmon is starting to caramelise. That's perfect. So you've got one side nice and caramelised and one side beautiful and pink. So the last stage of the dish before we plate up is pickled cucumber. So we're going to use our pickling liquor we made earlier for our cauliflower, which is cooled down. So it's basically, we're going to peel a cucumber into strips, just get rid of the skin. Unlike the cauliflower, you're going to pickle this just before you serve because the cucumber tends to get a little bit soft when it pickles. Just a little spoon over that, just to dress it. It's like a dressing. Pick out some beautiful pickled cauliflower. I'm going to use some crisp bread. So we've made these, but if you don't have time to make them, you can just buy some cheese bread from the shop. So basically I'm just rubbing the salmon with the miso mayonnaise. We've got our pickles, which add a sharpness to the richness of the salmon. We've got our lemon curd. Finally, one more cheese bread. So here's my simply seared smoked salmon, miso mayonnaise, lemon curd, and for me, the best match today is my Matilda Bay Red Back. The fruitiness of this beer really matches the smokiness of the salmon and the saltiness of the miso. It just balances out this dish 100%. And that lemon curd just cuts through it, and for me, the entire dish is just a great balance.